Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Chankster DJ. What up? And we're about to make some mushroom garlic pasta. It's a fusion dish. We're gonna fuse Italian with some Cantonese and a little bit of French cooking. So let's get to it. What up? All right, first thing you want to do is you want to chop up about like 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, finely chopped up. I personally use a steak knife because with this I can cut it really thinly. It's kind of like Goodfellas right there. And I do the same with ginger, and I put it in some garlic too. So that's what you need to do. You need some garlic and you need some ginger. Okay, now as you can see, I have a baking dish. I covered it in oil, and we're gonna put a little bit of sesame oil in this bitch. It's about good enough. It's about like a teaspoon or so, tablespoon or something. And that's one thing. Now for some extra flavor, we're gonna put some fish sauce. You can buy it at your local market and get your cook on. So you just do it by feel. Put about a tablespoon and teaspoon actually in there, as you can see. I'm gonna put some hot sauce. I'm gonna put something in it. It's by Hui Fong. You'll recognize the logo. It's made by the same guys who make sriracha, but this is the chili garlic sauce. So we're gonna throw maybe a spoon or two in there, give it some flavor. So we'll just put 1 spoon in there. And we'll use the classic sriracha. Sriracha. Just give it a nice good spray in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to combine the garlic and ginger in there now. As you can see, I've added the minced up garlic and ginger I cut up earlier. And we're also going to put something known as XO sauce, which is a Cantonese sauce. It's like an oil sauce. So we're going to put some of that in there. See, now we took about a spoon. You can see it right there. We took a spoon of XO and threw it in there. Pasta boiling. Just put them out, maybe like a handful or two in some water and oil, and boil it with some salt. And that'll be done in about 6 minutes. So our next thing is we're gonna add cream of mushroom soup. I'm gonna use Campbell's to make this. As you can see, we've added the cream of mushroom soup in here. As you can see, when you empty it out of the can, there's still some sauce and flavor stuck on it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna rinse water into it in a way where it rebounds and mixes in with the water, so you just don't waste it and you get extra flavor in your food. So I'll show you the aftermath because I'm filming by myself. I can't do this with just 2 hands. So I'll show you the aftermath. As you can see, there's no more, there's pretty much no more sauce there. And I rinsed the water off the sauce into the can, so there's still flavor in it. And what we're gonna do is, with the water and a little bit of cream of mushroom, we're just gonna stir it. So we're just gonna stir this motherfucker. Pretty simple shit. Alright, so just get your stir on until all the sauce is mixed in with the water. Okay, now that we've added the water from the can with everything in the baking dish, we're just gonna stir it until it's all mixed together good. And we got lots of flavor in there. It's gonna taste really good. Alright, so I'll just show you after I'm done stirring because it's kind of hard to record this and with by yourself and stir. So I'll show you the after. You just stir until there's hardly any little globs of the can of cream and mushroom soup from Campbell's. And it'll look kind of like this. And during that time, as our pasta is boiling, we're going to preheat the oven to about 385. You just have to either grate or chop cheese into really small pieces. I'm personally using mozzarella from Superstore. It's the no-name brand made with skim milk, so it's kind of soft. And we're just going to cut a little bit up. There's about a handful there that I've cut up, so we're going to mix it in the sauce so then when we bake it, the cheese will mix in with the pasta. So, blammo is dumped into the sauce. There's other options. You can pretty much add whatever kind of meat you want. Like you could even add lap chow, which is Cantonese sausage. It's also used in other East Asian countries, or you can use Italian. There's various different sausages you can chop up and throw in there. You can even throw spam in there if you want. I'm just gonna have a plain, just the cheese and the pasta and the sauce. As you can see, the pasta was done, so I threw it into the baking dish, casserole dish thingy, and we're just gonna stir it in with the sauce and the cheese. You can see the pasta got thrown in, and it's nicely stirred with the sauce. So our last step is to just cover it with cheese. We're just gonna cover it with mozzarella, and then Tharshay blows. So I'll show you the aftermath in a second. Use this cheese, part skim, no name brand from Superstore. And I chopped it up finely to put on top of the pasta dish we did because I don't have a grater. I recommend using a grater, but if you don't, you can just cut it by hand. And see here, we're just gonna put it on top of it after mixing it, and now we're gonna throw it in the oven and bake it. Okay, so there's it in the oven, and it's at 385 degrees. I think it's Celsius, one of those. And we're gonna bake it for about 30-40 minutes or until the top is all brown and crusty and delicious. Hey, what's up, y'all? So, as you can see, we've combined Italian, French, and Cantonese cooking all together, fuse it on some multicultural thing. Oh, Canada. And it's gonna turn out good. Basically, the baking with the sauce and the pasta, that's from French cooking. Well, I think it's French Canadian, to be honest. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. It's called Au Gratin, I think. Don't quote me on that too. I don't know how to pronounce it. The pasta and sauce style is Italian, and then we added seasoning from Cantonese cooking with the ginger, the garlic, the XO sauce, the chili paste and sauce, and all mixed together with the oil. And also, we soaked the ginger in oil to bring out the flavor, and we finally chopped it to give it extra flavor. And we also had a fish sauce, so you can't get any more Asian than that. Uh, and all those stuff are pretty easy to buy and buy at your local store. Now with my recipe, you can also add other things in it. Like if you want, you can add like collard greens, mixed vegetables, and different kinds of meats like sausages, shrimps, etc. Now, if you're gonna add meat to it, all I'm gonna say is throw cook the meat first. Have it like cooked meat, then throw it in the sauce. Otherwise, you could get sick. Like if you throw raw chicken in it and then bake it, it might not cook all the way. So cook the chicken first, then throw it in there, for example, right? So I'll show you the aftermath of the dish in a sec. Cheers. And there we go. Baked. One, two.